Hello and moin moin code.talks.
Hey.
I'm happy that we are already at least somewhat present in the cinema. So a lot of new things this year. Who just maybe to get started, I'm Martin.
I'm Toby.
And we are the hosts of code.talks and Alpha List. And we wanted to just give you the best start you can possibly have at code.talks, in order to give you kind of an orientation. Where do you see what is going on, how do you get the most out of code.talks? Maybe just to get started, how many people here have been to code.talks before? Okay.
It's decent.
That means we have a lot of newcomers, so that's great. Who has been never on a tech conference before? Who's like the first tech conference? Oh, okay. Then
I don't believe that. I don't buy that.
You're just telling the people they are lying. Okay. I think that's a good first start. I think code.talks is the best conference, at least in Europe. And we wanted to take you through that in order to show you why. So, to get started, just want to give you like a little bit of a context of how code.talks came to be. Code.talks was actually founded like 15 years ago by Tarek Müller. He's the founder of About You and I think basically every other startup in Hamburg.
Almost. Yeah.
And then in 2023, Toby took over. Maybe you want to say something really?
I mean, I wear many, too many business cards, and my wife always said I most likely have ADHD. But I really I mean, I'm an engineer myself, and I really was missing that a lot in Hamburg, and always thought like, hey, this is too little. We're doing too little. And I had like the experience of building. Like, I'm not an event organizer, but I had that OMA thing as like a shareholder, and I thought like, hey, let's change it a bit. Let's work on that. Then just had an agreement with Tarek and to continue here. I mean, I'm super proud what we achieved here, and that we have such a great team that actually does it, because I don't have to do much, only stand here.
Yeah, that's the easiest part, I would think. No. Okay, so also like we are trying to integrate, because Toby also founded a network for CTOs, which is like one of the largest in Europe. And we are like also, that's like down the road the plan to make people be aware that CTOs are people as well. The idea of code.talks was initially, there's a lot of good talks, like you can go to a Fachkonferenz, I have no idea how to say that in English, but like we want to really have this combination of like legendary speakers like Bjarne, who's coming up next, but then also like having community-driven talks, and also like giving newcomers the chance to just be on stage and share their knowledge. And I always encourage everyone to go on stage and share their passion with everyone in the community. And basically code.talks boils down to like, does this work? Can I point? No. I can. Okay. Basically code.talks, I try to boil it down to this kind of formula. It's like really cool companies, because we are also very like filtering on the partner side, trying to get really cool partners, then very passionate techies, times amazing topics, plus party and free popcorn and nachos and mate both days as much as you can. And code.talks also has an incredible amount of sessions. People tell me I shouldn't use cuss words as much. And but the main thing that we wanted to give you a short context on is AI augmentation and agentic coding, agentic focus, on the topic that we have this year. We have 4 focus topics, but we think this is the main one that we wanted to address. And it was a little bit of a split, because on the one hand side, I was at another conference that shall not be named in June. And there was this talk, and there was this guy on stage, and he said basically, so I'm not going to talk about AI coding today. And the people just cheered because they were so fucking tired of it. And on the other hand, I had this experience where a really good friend of mine and his girlfriend usually doesn't come to Code Talks because she thinks there's nothing, like she's hardware like programmer, so it was nothing. But this year it was the first time that she actually said, yeah, I want to go to Code Talks because I'm feeling I'm missing out on something. And it really boils down to this idea, like we all, at least in my experience, I have, when I'm talking to people about agentic coding and AI augmentation on how I write code these days, it feels like I'm a junior again. Like I've been doing this for so long, and every time I do agentic coding, I'm like, how does this work? What's the best practice? Why is this? And I think that's really like the key thing that we're here this year to talk about. And also, I think, Toby, you have...
Yeah, I mean, I feel like a junior as well, and I'm in the scene for a while. I have been coding for ages now. Unfortunately, I don't have so much time. I had that like pivotal moment with agentic, which was like a bit funny. Like I'm building a house right now, and then like you have to integrate smart home obviously, and I was standing in the top floor and was kind of trying to open the window blinds, and it's like Velux, like a Danish company, I think. And it was like, it had some IP interface which I didn't know, and like I didn't know anything there. But I wanted to open them, forgot the remote of somewhere, I don't know. And then I kind of vibe coded a little tool with Python that just did that, like a command line tool with Claude Code, and it worked like from scratch from the start, and that made me really like think. I mean, you can't integrate it in all projects where you would like, and like I mean, especially if you have like a very large context window. But for me, like in the last half year, I'm thinking about like how to do it better, how to learn it better, how to integrate it in my day to day. Because I feel I have to, and I want to, because it is kind of like bringing machines to the next level, right? Like that's like we did that through like learning different languages for years now, and I think that kind of like the importance of languages kind of is setting back a little, and this just becomes more important, and to actually like package content and context, sorry, and learn how to do that best. And we're all learning that, right? We all have to learn that, I think. There's no way around it. Sometimes it feels a bit boring for me, but that's like, yeah, you have to give instructions instead of doing it yourself, right? And in uncertain times, that's also like very close to my heart, because like I'm buying SaaS companies, so small bootstrap SaaS companies from like founders who brought it to a certain level and who like were good in bringing it to 0 to 1, but not so good in 1 to 10. And I see, like I observe like the economy a lot, and yeah, we are in uncertain times, and like many companies actually used AI for ages as an excuse to like not hire anymore, right? And tell you like, hey, we're all doing it with agents now, which is a lie in most cases, I would say. But yeah, it's I think still super important to learn that, and because like the next stage will be like in this time of uncertainty and economy being very weak, will be like using it to a certain degree to like be professional in it. To still be attractive for the job market, right? That's at least what I feel, and what I think is super important. So I really like, as everyone here, have like a bit of FOMO on that, and it's super ambiguous, but we're getting there. And I mean, we organize this event to also get you there, right? It's super important.
Yeah, and that's like kind of the core, right? Like Code Talks is all about like we have this, like I'm developer, Tobias developer, but doesn't develop as much anymore. And there's these questions. I'm really like talking to a lot of people that are in the community, and really the key thing is like all the questions that I have, that the community has over the year. Like this is the place, and we should do it more often. We will talk about that tomorrow. There is a short goodbye, and maybe you should come to that as well. But yeah, I think we need more regular updates, but this is really like, we should all go out here and kind of understand, like, where are we? Are we the only ones that are uncertain? How do we do things? And I hope this is what's gonna happen today, in the next 2 days. So, next, give you a bit of an orientation, and we're trying to get a bit quicker because you have an app. I hope everyone has the app. I just uploaded the last QR codes because it's a very manual process. I had to use Excel again. Yeah, so ground floor, where you are right now, if you go out here, you're where the U is. And there's the main stage. We are also streaming to stage 10 at the moment. 10 is the one where it says Dolby in front. So if you want to watch the talk from Bjarne with Outstanding, you can just go over to stage 10. It's honestly the best cinema here. It's super cool. So if you want to sit and watch the talk from Bjarne or the talk from John tomorrow, that's the place to go. We also are streaming in stage 8. Yeah, so basically nachos on the side. You saw that, nachos, popcorn, or you can eat. And then, yeah, I think you will find everything else. There upstairs, there's also food straight ahead. Stage 4 is on the right if you go up the stairs. And then the wardrobe, everyone seems to have found that already, kind of. So,
Yes, we have a party as well, and it's not a far travel from here, as you can see. Yeah, I really look forward to that, and hope you all join, because it's amazing and
yeah.
will be amazing.
And don't get lost. Last year we had a lot of people that get lost on the way. It's super easy. I literally put this down. There will be a QR code you can scan. It's go in one bus, get out of the bus. 2-minute walking, you're there. That's there. We're gonna start at 18:30, so you have time to get there. No stress. There will be food. I think there's 2 types of ticket categories. There will be a kicker tournament. I got that question already. Everyone can participate in the kicker tournament, even if you have the normal, the non-premium ticket. Yeah, Thomas Reed and Noah. Okay, really quickly.
On the schedule, while you're switching presentations, I have to say, like, I'm super excited to have Bjarne here. Maybe like a short applause for him. I mean, I saw the inventor of C++ standing down there on the stair, and just realized, hey, he's the only one of us who actually traveled physically, not physically, to Mars with like a little bit of software that he compiled, or not he, but the language he invented kind of translated into machine code. So that's super exciting. And I just realized, like, my home also runs on C++. So I have like an Austrian smart home thingy that actually runs Qt, and I think it, yeah, most likely also the backend is on C++. But coming to the schedule again.
Yeah, our time is so we have to move quicker. So you are here right now. If anyone wants to access this, I didn't link it on the website, but if you go /schedule, you can go to this, but we have 5 different ways to access the talks this year. So this is the opening keynote. We will have Bjarne come up next, and it's streaming, like I said, in stage 10. And then, like I said, there is so many talks. Honestly, the hardest part at Code Talks is choosing where you want to go next. We will be, if the talk is if a talk is full, just go to the next one. There's so many talks. We will also upload everything that is happening here to YouTube afterwards, so no FOMO on that side at least. Oops, no schedule. And the most important part is in Cinema 9, which is straight ahead down here, there will be hackathons. That's the only thing that's different this year, is we have only one cinema for hackathons, and that is in Cinema 9. So if you are in Cinema 9 and there's not a lot of seats, then you're in hackathon session. Okay, continue. So, das war auch, ja.
Note to self, don't use schedules on stage.
Yes.
Website on stage.
Yes.
Yes.
Screenshot it before. So, just wanted to give you a short rundown of how to code talks, the best way. Be open, be nice, be inclusive on any possible way. The smiley is a really cool concept I got from Social Developers Club here in Hamburg. Basically, whenever you are standing somewhere, don't do a full circle, leave one spot open, and if you see someone standing around alone or like two people, like make a slot open, try to engage with them. This is really about connecting with other people, talking to them. You have so many features for that in the app as well. And yeah, just connect and be nice to each other. I'm always saying, basically, our code of conduct boils down to don't be a dick. Yeah, code of conduct will also be on the last slide. And very important health information is life is really good if you eat a lot of nachos, popcorn, and mate, but running 2 days only on that, not the best idea out of experience. Toby.
I do that slide as well. Wait, no, you take it.
Okay, so also getting quickly through that, we have the Conf game again this year. Conf game is basically we have a lot of partner stands, and at every partner stand they have a small terminal where you can scan your badge, and there you can participate, and you have like to answer one question. And every time you scan and you answer the short question, you level up. And after level 8, I think, or 7 this year, not sure we changed that, you can win a prize. There's like a crazy Lego Star Wars and the newest Quest as well. And I think also the newest DJI drone. So that would be really cool. And I also won something the first year I was here. Getting to the thanks part.
Yes. Thanks to this amazing team. And I mean, Martin is actually missing on that slide, like me not so much. Yeah, I think that's also a big change. Like in the whole year, we basically rebooted the whole team and the whole setup. And I'm super excited to have like a very reliable setup now, which really works. Yeah, maybe a little applause for the team quickly.
And really, you cannot imagine how the last 2 weeks looked. My watch alerted me yesterday morning that I should sleep more because I slept on average 4.5 hours the last 2 weeks. And Joni, Sepp, and Jere, I think, also didn't sleep a lot more. But I hope you all enjoy our work, and it's an entire years of work, like getting the speakers on stage. And I also want to say thanks to everyone, like the technicians that are on every stage. We have all the people that are the hostess, the people that are helping everywhere, that are giving out the food. There's so many people involved. Really, if you could look behind the scenes, it's really incredible that this is actually happening. I'm also astounded every year.
Then a very quick shout out. We have a bigger one later on as well to all of our partners. So Freiheit as like a new joiner here, like very professional, the most professional IT consulting and software development company in Hamburg, I would say, or even bigger. Then Edjo. Mobile advertising, yeah, I'm super thankful for you guys that you like really support us big time. So maybe a little applause for them as well.
Yes, and also I think Synetics, InnoGames, Deichmann, and also Sentry, I think like they were really cool picks. I talked to every single person that's here on stage from our partners and briefed them, talked to them how they should do their presentation, because the worst thing that we can have is someone just not getting the best talk, giving the best talk here. So that's really at the core of everything. But I'm really excited for every single talk that any of our partners is doing, and I'm really happy they are here, because also without them, this wouldn't be possible. Basically, like all of these slides is basically all the people and all the companies that are making all of this possible. So thank you very much for being here, participating at Code Talks, and also thank you to all the speakers and curators. This is like, I mean, a short overview. You can see there is really a lot of people being just on stage and being involved in the program this year. So yeah, it's really incredible at the end how all of this is always coming together.
It's our fuel.
Huh?
It's our fuel, the content.
So, last slide. Yeah, and most important, thank you to all of you that you're here. It's really incredible how we are managing every year to get new people here. And then we also, like, we completely sold out. We increased the amount of tickets we would give out at least 5 times, because in theory you have some air to, like, up. But like, we have 1,700 people at least. I think we also had, I think we sold another 70 in the last week sometime. And it's really crazy, like, that we managed to just go back. And I hope that this is like the most convincing experience that everyone will come back. And if you feel like you don't, there's a feedback QR code, which basically just sends me an email, and I will read every single one of them, positive and negative, in order to improve for next year.
We hear that feedback, right? I mean, we're in a dark location again.
Yeah.
So last year people wanted a dark location. I mean, we could have also just darkened CTH, but we thought like this is more appropriate, and people really like nachos. And I mean, at a certain point we might have to expand again to CCH, but or another like huge location in Hamburg. But
yeah.
Let's see, right?
Yeah. But really, like, the point is, we want to do the coolest conference in Germany or in Europe, and every single feedback counts. We like, yeah, it's just going to be a cool experience. We don't want to become like that other developer conference that's pretty big. Yeah, so this, I will upload this later into the app. You can download it. You can find the QR codes there. Please take a picture right now if you want to get any of the information, because I'm not sure when I will get to uploading it. And with that, I'm done with our part. Thank you, everyone.